From AccuWeather.com, this is AccuWeather Daily, a brief host-read article. It's weather news in a nutshell. Well, a major severe weather outbreak is expected to peak midweek with hundreds of severe storm incidents across nearly 24 states, from the plains to the Appalachians and the Gulf Coast. AccuWeather's Courtney Travis said that the overlap of strong winds aloft, abundant moisture from the Gulf, and sharp temperature contrasts creates an environment supportive of tornadoes, damaging wind gusts, and large hail. The severe weather risk will extend into the night in some communities, and there is the potential for a few tornadoes to be strong and on the ground for more than a few minutes. The severe weather threat zone for Wednesday stretches from Texas and Louisiana to parts of New York and most of Pennsylvania. For Wednesday, AccuWeather meteorologists have issued large, moderate risk zones for damaging storms. These include the upper reaches of the Ohio Valley and a zone from Middle Tennessee to northeastern Texas. All severe weather modes will be possible Wednesday, including damaging winds, large hail, flash flooding, and several tornadoes. Major metro areas that may experience severe weather include Houston, San Antonio, Nashville, Pittsburgh, New Orleans, Atlanta, and Columbus, Ohio. The severe weather risk will extend along a portion of the southeast coast from Jacksonville, Florida, to southern North Carolina on Thursday. The overall tornado threat may have diminished by Thursday, but thunderstorms are still likely to pack locally damaging wind gusts, hail, and torrential downpours. Motorists are urged to never drive across flooded roads, as the water may be rising rapidly or deeper than it may appear, and the road surface beneath may have been washed away. When people picture a tornado, most imagine a towering funnel under a bright afternoon sky. But some of the most dangerous tornadoes strike after dark. Nighttime tornadoes are not only harder to see, they are significantly more deadly and widely misunderstood. So let's talk about some myths about nighttime tornadoes. First, a tornado at night is no different than during the day. Well, that is not true. Tornadoes that occur at night are far more likely to be deadly than those that happen during daylight hours. A 2022 study published in Weather, Climate, and Society found that nocturnal tornadoes are nearly twice as likely to result in fatalities compared to daytime tornadoes. The danger increases even more after midnight. Tornadoes that occur between midnight and sunrise are about 2.5 times more deadly than those that strike during the day. Researchers point to several factors behind this heightened risk. People are often asleep and less likely to receive or respond quickly to warnings. Visibility is reduced, making tornadoes harder to confirm and avoid. Communication and response efforts can also be more challenging overnight. Now, myth number 2. Tornado Alley is the most dangerous place for nighttime tornadoes. While the plains are famous for tornadoes, the Southeast is actually the nation's hotspot for deadly nighttime tornadoes. States including Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, and Kentucky consistently record some of the highest numbers of overnight tornado fatalities. The region experiences frequent nocturnal severe weather, particularly during the cooler months and early spring. In addition, higher population density in some areas and a greater percentage of vulnerable housing increase the overall risk. The combination of frequent overnight storms and exposure makes the Southeast especially susceptible to deadly nighttime events. Myth number 3. If something's wrong, my phone will wake me up. Well, relying on a single device can be risky. Smartphones are powerful tools for receiving emergency alerts, but they're not foolproof. Phones can be silenced or set to do not disturb mode. Batteries can die. Service can be disrupted during storms, and some users disable wireless emergency alerts without realizing it. Experts strongly recommend having multiple ways to receive warnings, especially overnight. A NOAA weather radio with battery backup, along with properly configured mobile alerts, provides added layers of protection. Myth number 4, you'll hear it coming. Well, you might hear it coming, and you might not hear it. While tornadoes are sometimes compared to the sound of a freight train, that noise is not guaranteed. Nighttime tornadoes are often rain wrapped, meaning heavy precipitation surrounds the circulation and can dampen the sound. Wind, thunder, trees, and even the structure of your own house can further muffle the noise. It's also important to remember that tornado sirens are designed to alert people who are outdoors. They are not intended to wake people inside their homes. Myth number 5, my home will protect me. Well, the type of home you live in makes a significant difference, for sure. Manufactured homes account for about 40% of tornado deaths in the United States, even though they represent only around 6% of the nation's housing stock. These structures are more vulnerable to high winds, and the risk becomes even greater when tornadoes strike overnight while residents are asleep. Having a plan to reach a sturdier shelter, such as a nearby site-built home or community shelter, can be life-saving for those who live in manufactured housing. Myth number 6, nighttime tornadoes impact fewer people. Well, of course, that's wrong. In reality, they can impact more. Researchers who examined tornado paths alongside nighttime population data found that tornadoes striking after dark can expose up to about 13% more people compared to daytime storms. That's largely because most people are at home at night, placing them directly in the path of storms that move through residential areas. When you combine higher exposure with the challenges of darkness and sleeping residents, the risk does become clear. Nighttime tornadoes are the most dangerous and the most misunderstood. Forecasting and warning technology have improved dramatically over the years, but darkness itself remains a serious hazard. Reduced visibility, delayed reactions to warnings, and vulnerable housing all contribute to the disproportionate danger of tornadoes that strike after sunset. Before heading to bed during severe weather season, take a few simple steps. Check the latest forecast for your area. Make sure you have more than one way to receive alerts and ensure your tornado safety plan works even while you're asleep. When it comes to tornadoes, what you don't see can hurt you. That's all for now. You can find more regional forecasts and science-based articles at AccuWeather.com, and for your local forecast at your fingertips, download the AccuWeather app. Enjoy the rest of your day, be weather aware, and I'll be back tomorrow with more from AccuWeather.